this week for my show and tell, I have a location for you that I honestly didn't think that, like, I kept thinking, that's not going to be very much or anything. So who cares? Who cares? I'll get to that at some point. It's not going to be a big case or anything. Actually, I found out that I mean, either I'm crazy or the spirits are incredibly chatty. Like,
Oh,
we didn't even film that much, and in what little I filmed, they just are nonstop like talking. So,
nice,
so
nice.
I don't think it'll be like an incredibly long episode or anything, but I am amazed with what we walked away with. So, the location I am talking to you about this week is the Gadsden Hotel in Douglas,
Oh,
Arizona.
yes, you're right. We didn't film a whole lot. I mean, we did that sweet walkthrough.
Yeah.
It was very informative and fun. Like, what a cool place that you took me to. Like, I didn't even know this place existed. It is such a neat hotel.
Yeah, it's such a hole in the wall kind of like here in Arizona,
Yeah,
people know what the Gadsden is, but Douglas is a small border town. That's I mean, it was once big because of mining, of course, in Arizona. So the Dodge Phelps mining company was right there in Douglas, and that's what made Douglas boom and the reason for this hotel at one point in time. And it is a very fancy looking hotel,
hmm,
but it's kind of in a dirt town, like, and that's no like shade on Douglas or whatever. I know some really awesome people from Douglas, but I mean it's in the what feels like to people in the middle of nowhere, but it's just a like its main business now is that there's a prison down there and border patrol lives down there because it's a border crossing. So there's not a whole lot going on anymore for Douglas, but this fancy historic hotel sits there. And so people in Arizona, or at least southern Arizona, they've heard of the Gadsden and they've heard of it being haunted and everything. The new owners, I think, aren't big on like talking about how it's haunted and everything.
oh,
So they used to do more, but not so
hmm.
much. And I think that unfortunately we were there in the not so much. So
Oh,
they were, I don't know if you remember, but I thought when we booked the hotel that we would get to see these, like, the,
yes, I do remember that. Yeah,
yeah. So the hotel is like 4 stories tall, right? But they only have rooms on the mezzanine level, and I mean, that's the only rooms they're renting out. So there's rooms on like the third and fourth floors, I think, yeah.
yeah.
And they're just empty and vacant. And they're in the past, they've taken people up there for tours, but that's not what they did for us. I thought we were going to get a tour of those spaces, but they just took us down in their basement area where they have like a speakeasy and they rent that space out for like parties and stuff. But they didn't take us up to like the abandoned rooms. And I think it might be because they're trying to get away from the ghosty things or letting people do ghost investigations there. They used to even have a haunted house there. And I don't think they did that this past October, so.
Man, that sucks. I feel like we need to work on our negotiation skills with these people a little bit better because it's the second time we were like, hey, I heard that this is going on up there, and we were totally shot down. Like they're just like, yeah, it's all storage. Can't go up there.
Yeah, I
And we're
actually
like, damn it.
so the girl that gave us the tours, one girl, and she then goes home after the she gives us the tour. But then it's a different girl at the front desk, and I cut it out of the video, but I thought about leaving it in where it's hard for me to talk to people. I guess I am just like that. Like I'm a late millennial, and I'm sad to say that myself too. So I'm not bragging. Like I thought I was Gen X forever, but apparently I'm right there in the
Right on the cusp.
yeah.
Look at you.
So I'm that type of millennial that's like, "Eek, eek, ooh, I don't want to talk to anybody. So, stranger danger. But we finally work up the courage for me to ask her as she's walking by. And I'm like, so we can't get up to the third or fifth floor or whatever, to those other floors at all. And she's like, no, no, it's just a bunch of junk up there. And I'm like, okay, bye. But we did ask her and it didn't
Mm-hmm.
work out. So. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You're right. We
Uh,
need to work on our negotiation and powers of persuasion to.
yeah, like Jedi mind trick these people into letting us go up there. We won't get hurt. If we do, we won't sue. We want ghosts, not your ratty ass hotel's money. But I mean, that would it'd be nice. I mean, I actually thought the hotel was cool. That marble and the statues.
Yeah.
It is a really neat looking place, and unexpected because the town doesn't seem to be really surviving. Like it just seems very almost like the hotel is all they got left. And well, they got the border patrol. I guess they could be keeping it alive. I don't know, but
Yeah. I
the
mean, people, there's, like I said, there's a prison there and there's the Border Patrol. Not related. This is just,
it's two different, right? Yeah,
I know what times we live in these days, but
yeah,
that
yeah.
it always existed there, you know?
Mhm.
And so there's a workforce there, you know, so there's something for people to make money off of. And
Yeah.
I imagine that there's maybe some more industrial stuff there, but yeah, I mean, there doesn't seem to be like a whole lot going on. I mean, we're from like small town Tennessee, so we get it. Like, you could have a little town with not a whole lot going on. And that's the way Douglas kind of is. But this hotel is larger than you would expect and grander than you would expect in a small town. And it's just
Yeah.
because it's historic and it's been there always. But
It. I also want to say just one thing really quickly. It is sad if they're not going to play into the ghosts thing anymore because when we were there, it seemed like that's the only thing that everyone else in the hotel was interested in.
yeah,
Like, like,
yeah,
hmm,
they definitely don't have the rule. Like, weren't we at some hotel? I want to say in Columbus, Ohio, maybe, and they weren't supposed to talk about the ghost or whatever, but we were talking to the front desk about it.
uh-huh.
I think they said something
I
like
think you're right.
they don't like us talking about it, but then he told
Yeah.
us about his experiences or something. No, like
Mhm.
Monica that showed us around, like she was nothing. Everything was like, well, she was like, this is what would go on down here. And then she'd be
Mhm.
like, this place scares me. So I'm going to keep shutting these doors, you know? And then she would
Yeah.
tell us about her ghostly experiences down there. And the craziest thing is she had only worked there for 6 weeks. She had worked there
Yep.
for 6 weeks and already had like multiple experiences.
This is a great place. Oh, I love this place. It was just so many opportunities that they just slammed the doors in our faces.
And see, that's why we thought we weren't getting anything because we only got the tour in the basement. That did
Yeah.
feel a little quick, you know.
Hmm.
It wasn't like we had time to sit with our recorders or anything like that. We were just
Mm.
getting this is what it looks like. But amazingly, I got a bunch of EVPs during that time.
Cool.
Are
Okay.
some questionable? Are some very faint? Yes, 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 yes. But hey, I really do think something was going on down there. But because we didn't get to those upper floors, we walked around the mezzanine,
Yeah.
but that was like it. And we kind of thought, like, what else are we gonna do?
Right.
Also, Chris had just flown in, so she was like, pretty tired, and we had other investigations to do. This is the same trip that we did the Elk Lodge and the train station. So, we were kind of like, we can't explore too much. You know what? We'll just take it easy and we'll go to sleep.
Yeah.
But I mean, we really did walk away with some interesting shit. So, let me go ahead and share.
Also, I got really sick while we were there.
Oh, those brownies.
Yeah. They did
Yeah.
not. Ooh, I got so sick.
Yeah, I tried to poison Chris. Oops.
Oh.
All right. So we're just going to start with the basement.
Good place to start.
Yes. Well, this was kind of the beginning. We had gotten there. We brought all our stuff in. We were just waiting for them to show us the basement. There's two other hotel guests that are with us on this. I did not get their permission to share this video. It's public space. I don't actually have to do that. They seemed like very nice people. I don't
They
think they'll
did.
care.
Yeah.
So this is a 22-minute video, but that's because I wanted to put it out there on YouTube. If you've never seen this hotel before, I just wanted you to see the
Yeah.
whole tour. So this is the whole tour, but we will
Ah, cool.
skip around to get the EVPs, but I actually think that one of them comes pretty quickly. Let me push play.
In the basement, there are 3 tunnels. One of the tunnels gets you to the building up across the street. The other tunnel will take you to the building next door.
So again, we're moving around. If you want to say that can't be an EVP, that's fine. But it's very whispery, so why would any of us be whispering? The only word that I could make out is shit. But I don't know if that's just my potty mouth. That it could be something else.
I almost hear oh shit. Like there's something like just before it. Like they're either oh shit that were coming through or it could
Yeah,
be
they're
residual.
like, oh my God.
Oh shit. Yeah. Oh shit. All these people. What am I gonna do?
I'll play it one more time if I can. I kind of have like some little icon in my way, but
Mm-hmm.
The tunnels get you to the building up across the street. The other tunnel will take you to the building next door.
yeah, I think I do kind of hear like something a little bit before that now.
Yeah. Like, oh shit. I love that.
So then here's another one.
Run through the tunnel every morning, rebuild the hotel, and then they used to send them back to the red tunnel. So that will be our first tunnel, the red tunnel.
Now you hear that, it's loud.
Yeah, it is.
And so there are these two other women. If you if you watch this whole video, you would hear their voices. It's not us. That doesn't sound like either one of us. So I'm not as familiar with their voices. But I just don't think it's them. Like, I just don't. I heard their voices in the video quite a few times, and I just don't think it's them. It could be. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's them. Because it is pretty loud. But it sounds like to me the words that I could make out were great pains. And I don't think that's not, I don't think it's something those ladies would say. Maybe I'm getting the words wrong. But later they asked the question. She's explaining how there's tunnels that go over into Mexico. And how after the hotel burnt down, they would have people come in through the tunnels to come and work on the hotel. And one of those ladies asked, why was that? Why did they have to come through the tunnels? Is it because they didn't want them walking on the streets? That's racist, by the way. But
Yeah.
I don't know what she really was thinking there. But she doesn't get that what the lady means is that they were illegal, that they shouldn't be in the United States.
Sure.
They were bringing over cheap labor to work on the hotel.
To do it. Oh, yeah. I remember that conversation. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think they'd say anything like great pains because they don't even quite understand
what the hell is happening. Yeah, exactly.
What she's explaining to them. But, maybe I'm wrong, but
Hotel, and then they used to send them back to the red tunnel. So that will be our first tunnel, the red tunnel. The red tunnel. So that would be
I hear pains pretty loudly. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the word, all of these EVPs could be up for debate because, I don't know. There seemed to be so many.
Oh, wow.
That I'm just like, I thought I was losing my mind.
It's right there. So I want to say it would be a good 2-3 miles.
Wow.
Good 2.
Get in. I hear it. Yeah.
It's very breathy. So is it really saying words? I don't know. That could be like that pareidolia. I definitely hear not that.
No, but the breathy voice. Yeah.
The breathy. Yeah. I don't know why. All of it. That was just me. But yeah, it's something that's breathy that's there that isn't us. So,
Ooh.
What is it?
It fits too because of this, what we're looking at. Like that's the tunnel.
Yeah. And so that's why I worry. Am I making up those words like because it fits with the scenario? But, I try not to do that. I tried to listen to it as honestly as possible. So here's the problem with leaving the whole thing so long is finding your damn EVPs. Okay.
Finally, you're right.
buildings upstairs.
So our following room would be.
That doesn't sound like Susan at all right now. But I swear I listened to that so many times, and now I don't know what. But you do hear something there, right?
I do. Can you play? I think it sounds like Tell Them. It's very breathy again.
Oh, did you see these stairs here?
I went back too far. Sorry.
Going up to like one of the buildings upstairs.
So our following room
Now.
would be.
So I do hear
Suzanne. I hear it now, yeah.
Yes.
Suzanne.
I do
yeah.
hear it now. It's like, yes, that's how it took me. Because I think at one point in time I even thought it was saying something else. But then I listened to it over and over. So it's drawn out is the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I was picking up on the first time because I was like, Tell Them. But when I listened to it the second time, then it was like, Suzanne. Like it just, sometimes you got to listen to these clips like a million damn times to really.
That's how I get the words,
Yeah.
and I get where you could say, well, you're forcing yourself to make words out of it then. But there was something in that, recording that sounded different than all the other common noises that I've been hearing. So my words might be wrong, but there is something still there,
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So here, right now, we're looking into, I'll go back a little more.
Oh, yeah. This room is cool.
Yeah.
I
So
thought-
they say that a sex worker lived at the hotel for like 20 years. And the time frame of when that was, who knows? Because poor Monica is a baby. And so at one point she's talking about prohibition, which was like 1920. And then she talks about the sex worker being there in the 90s. But then she'll say those times, like multiple times. And you're like, which times, lady? The 90s weren't that long ago. At least it doesn't feel that way to us. But because we're
Nope.
old ladies. Oh, he was.
Did you see that? It's zoomed in on your skeleton picture.
He was.
That is.
He's hosting the show now. So.
I see that.
Stupid computer. Hold on. Or not. Here we go.
I closed the doors behind because they scared me. They scared me. So whenever we're down here, we try to keep everything like when we walk in. Because a few times I've always closed one door only and turn off the lights, but sometimes the lights are on for no reason. So. So just keep track.
And hear that. Yeah, you can. Oh my.
I really thought, like, what's wrong with me? Like, surely that's not what it's saying. But I really
They do not
think
like
that's
her.
what it's saying. And she's talking about being scared of them.
You know
And
what? Yep.
Maybe they're mad at her for that. I don't know.
I was just going to say, honestly, I don't remember her being scared of this room, but this is where she starts talking about it. So I don't know if she's just talking about how she's scared of this area in general, and that's why she's closing the doors. I thought it was a room that was further down, but that she really had the heebie-jeebies. But here she's talking about it, and that voice is like, bitch, no, just get the fuck out of it. Like, fuck you. Like, they do not like her.
Well, maybe they're just offended. I'm not really sure. But yeah, she acts weird in the next room, and then
Maybe that's what, yeah.
Yeah, but the ghost stories didn't really start until right now from her. But yeah, I thought this was funny. I'll play it one more time.
Try to keep everything like when we walk in, because a few times I've always closed one door only and turn off the lights, but sometimes the lights are on for no reason. So someone wants it. So just keep.
Yeah, they're just
Nope.
mean.
Nope. Just to be clear, I thought she was a lovely tour guide.
I loved her, and at one point in time, her mom was calling her, who is watching her son. I want to say son, and she has him on FaceTime, and we all said hi to her kid. Like
That's right. That was so cute.
She was a sweetheart, really. But there's another one right after this, I believe.
Keep track. The following room, that will be the black door. The door.
Now, I don't know. I don't know if those are the exact words. I think it's coming in kind of quick. Um,
Can you play it one more time? I
yeah.
heard like something about harm.
Just keep track. The following room, that will be the black door. The door, it is the
Nah, I hear the start. Never mind. I don't know why I thought I heard harm, but I hear start now.
Well, for a second there, I thought I was hearing something about dark. But
Well, it's that word that has like those very pronounced like letters that you hear like very clearly, very crisp. That's why I thought, okay, at first I thought it was harm. No, then it's start. Okay, maybe it is dark. Like you hear that beginning and end.
yeah, there's definitely something going on, and
Yeah.
it's not us. We always spoke in
Mm-mm.
really full tones for the most part. There is one point in time where you and I are like kind of whispering to each
Whispering.
other,
Sure. Yeah.
but it's very obvious to me that it's us talking.
It's us. Yeah.
Now those other women, I just didn't hear them whisper a whole lot to each other, you know? Uh,
Yeah.
and I appreciate that. They didn't even know what we were doing. I mean, we both had cameras out, but here's
I do too.
last time I came in here, it was around
I do too. I do too.
Oh, he's got like an accent to him.
oh, you think so?
Or it's just the way that the words are, I'm a man. Like it's a very weird I'm a man.
Yeah. And
Maybe
it could be different words. That's just the best that I could come out
hmm,
with.
or the emotion. I mean, I hear it. I hear it clearly. I feel like it says I'm a man. It's just the way he says it. It's
And we're
weird.
about to go. She's leading us into this room where they would like smoke and have their cigars and listen to music and just. So it's kind of like a man cave type thing, you know. So
Oh,
it is kind of funny that it's announcing itself like that.
yeah. Maybe that's why. Like they don't want to let him in. So he's like, I'm a man. That's the emotion behind it. That's why it sounds weird. What do you mean I can't? I'm a man.
I don't know.
Huh.
Uh, this
What is that?
this one I don't know about these words. I struggled, but this is all that I like to put what I'm at least thinking I'm hearing, so that
Yeah.
it'll help you hear the words. But I'm not like firm on these words. They're open for interpretation.
Gotcha.
Same thing. Huh. So they play cards.
Someone's singing.
Right? So
Yeah.
I think about like, well, I don't know. Again, I don't know these other two women all that much. That is not what their voices sounded like. They didn't have like high
No one was
pitched
singing
voices.
either.
Right.
Right.
That is weird. The way that it's coming out, especially at the end. If that word's brick, it's going like brick.
Mhm.
So it's very weird. I don't know what they were talking to each other about over on the other side of the room or anything, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just so weird. It is the weirdest little voice that is coming through there. We
Yeah.
are also right in front of this crazy old like tape deck machine thing.
Yeah.
So it is weird timing for it to sound all singy.
Yeet.
and this room also had those vents.
Same thing. Huh. So they play cards. So, and
I also thought maybe instead of saying brick, it was saying Rick. I think at some point in time I thought it said something about something call Rick, like as if for help or
Yeah.
something, because she kind of does sound like in distress a bit. It's either singing or it's like like
Oh, ooh.
that's where my head went, but I like to create stories, so who knows.
Well, did anything like that happen down there that you remember where Um,
They didn't talk about, scandalous things that would have happened down there, but this is during Prohibition. There obviously there's like a speakeasy, there's sex working going on,
oh yeah, that's right.
there's tunnels to Mexico. This hotel's been around forever. You talk about like cartel bringing in stuff in a sneaky way. There's tunnels that are in Douglas that they say that they used to sneak stuff across, like drugs and whatnot. So I mean, who knows? There could
Yeah,
have been a number of wild shit happening in the basement of this hotel
gotcha.
that wouldn't be reported, that we wouldn't know like on
Hmm.
paper about.
Oh boy. Okay. That's a wild one. I like it.
Let's just start right here.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Sure.
Hmm. Yeah, I hear that.
That breath, I don't know. That could be one of us. So I don't know
Hmm.
if the breath is paranormal, but it sounds like somebody is whispering, "Watch yourself," very faintly. So it is low, but again, I don't know why those other women would be whispering. If it was Chris or me, like we're too close together, that it just wouldn't come out that same way. It would be louder.
Is this the room that you had to go like down into? Do you
No.
know? No,
Mm-mm.
isn't it? Okay.
No, it's just in that same hallway where the sex workers room, like we're not that far into the basement really at this point. So,
Okay.
um I don't know what they're saying watch yourself about.
Hmm.
I'm going around furniture, but
Hmm.
or is it a residual sound? I don't know.
So how would they get away from the cops this way? Would some? So how? So how?
So I could not make the words out, and that's why it'll just say faint EVP, and then it repeats. You can hear the pa pa pa,
Yep.
but I cannot make out anything else that's going on. And I'm still just standing outside of that room. She's showing everybody this like elevator shaft.
So how would they get away from the cops this way? Would some? So how?
What's in here?
So what happened?
Was that what you're hearing?
What's in here? What's in here? Like someone else is like, oh, okay, let's take a look. What's in here?
That's interesting. Yeah, I definitely need help with that one because I couldn't figure that one out.
Ooh.
And those leaves make
Just
it perfect for
amazing.
the scene.
Oh, and it was a man's voice that I heard too.
Yeah, so there's like faint sounds like EVPs. Then you hear this like whether that's sexual or dying, I don't know. Um
Mm.
I don't remember hearing outside noise. When we were over in another section walking towards those tunnels, we heard like music and stuff, like a bar was going on or something. But
Oh,
I don't remember hearing people when we were down in this area. Is that noise coming from outside? I'm not really sure. But just a lot's happening right here at this one time. What was
yeah,
that?
it is. My cat, it's Oogie Boogie. She's got allergies. I'm sorry.
I thought some shit just fell over or whatever.
It's another bowl in my cabinet busting.
Oh no.
Sorry, gotta go.
Um,
Yeah, last year before they sold the hotel, they had a huge Halloween party. So
Excellent.
and those leaves.
Oh,
Let me just stop that for a second. So back about the noise. It just doesn't sound right to have come from outside because it sounds kind of like I think some bad shit happened in this room, basically.
hmm.
That is what I'm starting to think. Or maybe it's sexual. But still, I don't know. There's some weird things that are coming from the vibe of this room. And then I cut it off. And then I note that oh, wait a minute. That's right. I note there's a man's voice. So did I hear that, and thought it was a man's voice?
I thought I heard like yeah, I heard some moaning, but
Uh-huh.
I thought I didn't think of it in a pleasurable way. It did sound kind of like painful, like
Like,
something
yeah.
bad was happening. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's so, and then this is supposed to be my voice, which actually for a minute there I wasn't sure it was, but I'm thinking for sure this is me.
Just
Perfect for
amazing.
the scene.
I mean, because it does sound like me, but
Okay.
I'm just gonna play that again. I think I do repeat.
Before they sold the hotel, they had a huge Halloween party. So
Excellent.
and those leaves
It's
make
just
it
amazing.
perfect for the scene.
Definitely.
It's just the way that you say it doesn't sound like something that you would have said. The way that it's being said, it does sound like your voice, but it sounds like you're saying it in your sleep almost. Like you're not like announcing it. You're just sort of like, and then there's just a man's voice, and that is so not like you. That is a weird.
That's what it is. Okay, I remember now from listening to it that it took me so long to realize that that's me. I think I am noting that I just heard a man's voice,
But you're
like,
just saying it to your camera.
but no, not like from the outside. I'm like saying I just heard like a man's voice, like an EVP,
Mhm.
that I felt like I just heard a spirit voice. That's why I'm saying it so low, I
Okay.
think. So, I mean, it's hard to say. I
It
know
is.
this was only like 2 years ago or whatever, but still, I can't remember what it is yesterday. So, but I really think that that was more the situation because you see, you guys are not reacting whatsoever.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you would if you heard,
Yeah. I think so.
Perfect
Amazing.
for the scene.
Definitely.
And those leaves make
just
it
amazing.
perfect for the scene.
Yeah. I'm glad you replayed it because I can hear that noise before the moan, and I
Yeah.
didn't hear that before. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's little like pop pop pops. They're so faint it's hard to tell. And then there's me noting that was a man's voice. Like, and I don't think I'm noting it like from an outside source. Or I feel like I just would have been louder about
Right.
it.
Right.
But I'm saying it kind of to myself like, yep, I just heard a ghost.
Okay.
They're over there having that conversation, but I just heard a ghost. Okay, so I just want to show you this. I found out that in iMovie, it's got sound effects.
Really
Yeah, I put crickets in this video.
lovely. Wow. Interesting.
So I had to take out, I had to take out the audio in a little section because the hotel staff member tells us something that I don't think she should have told us.
Oh, gotcha.
And I put little crickets on top of that. And I was like, because I was trying to find music, like free music off of YouTube or something. And then somehow I just came about finding out that iMovie has sound effects. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll just put crickets in there. But yeah, she tells us some stuff that you shouldn't know. So we skip over that.
Secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very, very faint.
Yeah.
But we were leaving one section to go to another, so
Okay.
it is kind of like they're watching us.
Uh-huh.
But
They're
there's,
leaving their section.
yeah, yes,
I can't wait to see this place.
Mhm.
Oh. Oh, look at this. Like, is this legit?
Yeah.
it's like it's loud actually,
Yeah.
and it's not a whisper or anything, but it just is that one word, and that's the only word I could make out was bar, and we're at the bar, and it's just like bar.
Bar.
Yeah, I heard your cat.
Sorry. I don't know this is Kevin Bacon, and now it's not even 3 o'clock in the morning, but he wants to scream right now. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Not an EVP.
Got it. All right, let's do that again. Bar.
Bar.
Is this legit?
Bar.
Is this like a real thing?
I mean, it has to be.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's just so weird. It's such a weird random thing, and the way it sounds is like, I guess, either a little mechanical or it just pops in that one word, and so that makes it
Mhm.
kind of weird.
It's fitting because of where we are, but it could be just one of those things where we're only getting a fragment of the whole sentence.
Yeah.
Maybe it was let's go to the bar, and that's the only word that actually comes through. Or
Yeah, yeah, very true. So this is just right down the hallway of the bar, and it's like there's just more seating, and there's a dance floor.
It's just the inside
oh
of
no,
it, it's
it's so
Okay,
weird too. I smell you. Like it's got a fucking weird accent, doesn't it?
it does. It either so that's what I'm thinking. I struggled to figure out what these words were. So maybe I'm wrong, but it sounds like those words, but with an accent to me.
Yeah.
So I'm open to somebody saying no. I totally hear something else. But Chris is talking in her full voice. It's just me and Chris in this room. And yeah, so it's not us. And this is what I think it's saying.
it's just the inside of the it,
That's
It,
all I hear. That is
it,
all I hear.
yeah, and it's kind of like Irish, I think. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know how to do it. I'm not gonna do an accents, but on TikTok I have several. Like, there's this yeah, there's this girl, and I feel like that's how she would say it. I can't say her name either because it's like it's a crazy name, but it starts with a D, and she's hilarious. But it I feel like that's how she would say it.
Huh.
So I don't know what's going on there, but they smell us coming, I guess. Maybe I stink. I don't know.
That's sorry.
it's just the inside of the it, it's a
Yeah.
building.
It's like
Yeah, I hear what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's gross, guys. Don't be nasty. Sorry.
And I don't think I would stink either. Like
God. Rude. I almost hear another cuss word in there.
it's yeah. I could not make out the words, but it's like maybe like this shit.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like shit
And then there's the word after
after
there's
it.
a little bit
Mhm.
after it as well. So I mean there's like a sentence going on there. Just I cannot make it out.
Are we still down in that
Oh my
speakeasy
god.
part?
This basement is so huge. So we
It
I mean it's
is.
the entire floor of the it's the width of the building is what I'm trying to say. No, we've gone away from the little dance hall area. She showed us a little room where they had a safe in.
Okay.
And then she took us behind that, I think maybe up some stairs or something. And now we're in just this like where they have a pool table and then they just have some stuff. Like this artwork here with all the woodwork and everything, and there's just kind of chairs everywhere, and there's a pool table. So like if you
Okay.
were to rent the space out, because you could rent the speakeasy out, you would only get the dance hall area and the speakeasy. You wouldn't get like all of this, I think. But this just had like a pool table and random stuff, and then there was even a hallway off of that just kept going around the hotel.
I didn't know you could rent out just this, like the speakeasy part. That's crazy. And but they're not interested in the ghost stuff. So what are they renting it out for? Like to just have a party?
Yeah, just to have a
Oh,
party or something. And it was like, if she says it at one point, she says, I think you could rent it out for like $1,000 a night. And I'm
oh
like,
my goodness.
yeah.
Never mind. No, no, ma'am.
That's why we didn't rent
No.
it out for a ghost hunt, I guess.
Yeah, you can get a whole boat in North Carolina for 1,000. And I'm talking a battleship, not just like a little put.
No.
What? You get the basement of this fucking hotel for this? What? I mean, it is happening. I get there's a lot going on, but that's
Yeah.
that's crazy. Okay.
I
All right.
definitely do think all the spirits are hanging out down here, which makes sense because now you can't go down there without a hotel person, and stuff. And here, just the
True. They're
five of
hiding.
us have come and interrupted their hideout. So
Girl,
yeah,
think of what's happening on the top floors then. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
they're going fucking nuts. But they might like it down here better because there's bedrooms set up, a little sitting area set up, a
It's true.
bar.
Yeah,
Like who
it's
knows?
clean.
Upstairs
Yeah.
it's like rubble and shit. So
Mm. Yeah. Mm. The
yeah,
shit here or something like that. Yeah, I
yeah,
hear the words after it. It sounds like it's this shit or that shit or something leading up to it, but you're right. It's faint. It's hard to make out, but you can hear the syllables of it.
yeah. It's just something there, but I need
Mhm.
some help kind of ciphering it out. And I do think it takes listening to it a million. I mean, I tried, but uh, yeah, I think shit was probably the only thing I could pull out of it too. All right, and here.
Yeah, you hear that very clear. Oh, who's giggling? Was that one of us? That's not an EVP?
I do think that's one of us. And so, okay, at this point in time, I should have maybe I did put possible EVP. I don't know. At this point in time, we're starting to go up the stairs to leave. We're done. Or we're going back to the hallway that takes us to the elevator. So those two women are with Monica and they're headed towards the elevator, and me and you, as usual, are kind of lingering, taking our pictures and stuff. So I
Hmm.
do think I giggle or you giggle or something.
Okay.
Is one of those women saying something like this down the hallway? I don't know. Like we did talk about how big the basement was, but I don't think anybody would even joke about wanting to leave because they seemed just as into it as we were about seeing it and hearing the ghost stories and everything like that. And the pleas could be police, but it's still that none of that makes sense to me, and it's so loud that I wanted, or I didn't want to, but I worried that it was one of those women, not knowing their voices and obviously them being pretty far from me at this point too.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I really think the words are clear, and I don't know why they would be saying that.
That's interesting. I felt like they were into it just as much as we were. So even if it was them, it just doesn't make sense for them to be saying those words. And that's what I hear.
Yeah,
Let me out.
but
At
I
least let me out.
but the giggle after, and which I'm assuming is one of us or me or whatever, why are we giggling? I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know because, this is what happens when you review your evidence too far. Uh,
Yeah.
but it just seemed really out of place. So I noted it,
Hmm.
and it's just everything's possible. Maybe, I don't know.
Hmm. What is that?
Oh, so actually, the giggling's not us because the giggling sounds further away. So I actually think they had just said something to each other, giggled,
And they
walked
were
away,
giggling. Okay.
and then you hear those words. I thought the giggle
Yeah.
came after. I don't know, even though
There's
we were
something,
just
but
listening.
what did you hear? Like maybe that's somebody else because I don't, but there's sort of like another yell in there. I don't know if it's part of the clip, not the let me out, please. I hear that, but then there's like a something like that.
Let's see.
Like right after that.
It's definitely drawn out. Yeah, that's why I really think like it's something bad. Like
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's intelligent, but it's
Oh
it's not
man.
good.
No, you're right. Actually, now let me out, please. It sounds like someone's begging to be let out of something, and then they're like maybe crying, like a man is like being hurt or something.
Yeah.
Oh God, what happened down there?
Uh, oh my God.
Kevin Bacon needs to know what happened. He's so frustrated right now.
He's going bananas.
Come here. Stop it. I'm sorry.
That's it for the basement then, which was
Ooh,
like
that was a
I
lot.
I kind of started with that video like, okay, let's sit down and watch, there's nothing there.
Let's do this.
And
Yeah.
they were just whispering the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
So okay. About the basement as well. At one point in time, we were in a section and there were a bunch of power lines. Oh, maybe this is it. You just can't really see it. Oh, how do I? Do you see kind of the pink like line?
Stripes going
Yeah.
across
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you see all these power lines up here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so in this section there were several photos that had these little
Huh.
pink lines to them. And I remember showing you
Like interference.
yeah, like while we were there. Oh, oh my God.
Get real close.
You could kind of faintly see the little pink
Yes.
lines in here too. So that's just my question for people that understand photography and whatnot. Here you can go. You could see the pink lines real heavy down in here.
This is from your Sony. What camera were you using?
This is my full spectrum.
This is your full spectrum. Wow.
Yeah, so this is a Fuji just digital camera, full. It's set for full spectrum, like it's broken to only show you full spectrum photos. And then this happened, and this has never happened in any of my other photos. But there was a power bank or box like in this hallway. It was making like a good amount of noise and everything too.
That's
So
that's weird though. Cameras don't usually get affected by EMF that I'm aware of. I mean, you've used this camera since then at
yeah.
at other locations. I haven't seen that again.
Yeah, I've taken pictures when we were when we were on that battleship that you were just talking about, and the REM pods were going crazy, and we're like, oh, it's the EMF or whatever. I took full spectrum there
Good point.
too, and I've never seen these like bar things in any other photos.
Hmm.
So this is another one from the basement. You don't see the bars, but I'm not in the same area anymore. This is where we heard the "Let me out, please" area.
Oh.
This is that area, and this was just another hallway, but which also still has some power. But it's not right by that power box. This is in a different section, maybe on the other side of where that pool table is at. So it's just a question to photographers out there. If you ever find this video, or just other paranormal investigators, have you ever experienced that? And what is that? Just the power? What is that? So then before we get into the room stuff, this was from the lobby. This is just real
Yeah.
quick.
This beautiful hotel lobby.
We are touring their little museum.
Oh,
And there's some very faint EVPs that come in, and we're there's music in the background. There's other people, I'm sure, though there wasn't a whole lot of people in this hotel until the late evening when like people had come back. But
yeah. Yeah. And what were all these people out doing? Like, where did they go in this town? What?
Bisbee,
Right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what maybe they went over to Mexico.
Maybe that's true. We didn't go over there, so I don't know. Bisbee wasn't too far away because we did that copper mine. We did that mine, right? The next
Yeah,
day.
the next day.
That's bad. Yeah.
No, that's interesting too.
Oh. Oh, I guess I was like, you don't need to hear that too many times.
I wonder if, no, that's interesting too. I wonder if, no, that's interesting too.
What? She's like, something, something, something.
I wonder if, no, that's interesting.
You notice how there's
I
that
think
little,
that too.
do you hear the little chime noise though?
Yeah. Oh my God. Right. What I just mentioned
Which you
in the
just,
last,
yeah, last
yeah.
week's episode, you mentioned the little chime noise, and we do not have anything with it. We just have our phone. I'm recording on my phone right now, you know? So it could have been coming from the lobby. Sure, I guess it could. But it was weird how it comes right before.
No, that's interesting too. Um, no, that's interesting too. I wonder if, no, that's interesting too.
And it's just a whisper, you know? So
Yeah.
I can't make out what it's saying because it's just too faint.
I really wonder what that is with the spirits because I did note that a lot. And then because I did it just recently, it took me back to when I heard it at the Myrtles. So it must have something to do with the way some spirits can come back through to communicate. It had like, right? Like it's so
Yeah.
weird. It doesn't happen every single time.
Well, yeah, and if you think about it, like in witchcraft or spiritual work or whatever, they say that you have, you know, ring a bell or something to bring the spirit, call the spirit. So what if even the bell's not paranormal? What if it is coming from something else, but that is like a, you know, a bell at the desk or something, which I don't think they had, but and
Sure.
who would be hitting it? There was like just us four there for so long.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Is that how they're like ringing into it? Is there something to that? You know, when I sit down at my house in front of my altar and I'm planning on doing like tarot cards or the pendulum or something, I always ring a bell, but I always just do it because they say to do it, you know, and I don't really
Mhm.
think about it. But what if there really is something to it?
Interesting.
And then there's just this really faint.
Look at this, Wendy. It's interesting.
Yes.
Look at this, Wendy.
So I think it's funny how it's saying yes when you're like, look at this, Wendy, and it's like, yes. Like, she's talking to me, but I really did think that's what it was saying it. And then you showed me this photo and I spent 2 seconds on it with the camera and then I just mess it up. But you were seeing something in that photo, but we would not be able to see it on this because I just screw, you know, that's that A++ like cameraman stuff I do. So
Oh.
then there's this weird little one also.
Look, I'm gonna say right now, this is such an awesome vase. Look, I'm gonna say right now.
Yeah, I hear that.
Look, I'm gonna say. Look, I'm gonna say.
And maybe that's not the words that they're saying. You know, I couldn't really make out exactly what they were trying to get at. Santos is the only thing that I could think of,
Mhm.
but and that's the only stuff that I got in the lobby. And we did this whole walking through the lobby. There's like little breathy, faint things. I'm not even gonna play them for you because they're kind of crap. But I am gonna put it on YouTube just because it shows the beautiful lobby and we talk about some of the
Yeah.
stories and stuff. But let's skip to this real quick. This is just a short little video.
And we were in here for a decent amount of time when we first like got here and checked in.
What was that?
I don't have anything that beeps.
Yeah, I remember
I
this.
do, but I don't have anything on.
So we had been out in the lobby doing the tour and walking around, and we came back, and that alarm clock was doing that. Like,
Yeah.
and then I even go on to show the beeping was, we figured it out. It was
My GoPro.
yeah, her GoPro.
Yeah.
We didn't know. It sounds almost exactly like her ghost lantern or whatever when it's dying. But then I go back to like messing with this recorder. Oh wait, I didn't think we got an EVP. Hold on, I forgot. I literally just made this yesterday and already forgot. Is there any other EVPs? Oh my god, I'm so glad I jumped on that. Oh, here we go.
Who?
I guess because I'm saying I don't know why this alarm clock is doing that. And so I really do feel like it was responding to me there. Uh,
Interesting.
and it's just me and Chris in that room. And then I show how the radio works, or, and so how it couldn't have been us. But I mean, do you hear that at all?
Yes, I do hear it. It's very, yeah. It's like crunchy but quiet. Like almost like it's coming through the radio. But it's quiet coming through the radio, like a mechanical version of a voice. It's odd. And it's so weird that it might be related to that fucking alarm clock making that weird noise.
Yeah, that was creepy because it kept doing it. And then, like, when we first got in the room, by the time we got, like, our phones out to record and stuff, it had stopped. But then it did it one more time, and that's about the only time that we got it.
Yeah.
But so okay, with this next one, after the whole radio thing, we decide we're gonna do tarot cards and a spirit box in the room to figure out what's going on. Spoiler alert, the spirit box, we didn't have anything. Nothing happened. So you won't get anything from that. But the tarot cards, you have to watch the whole video. It's like a 23-minute video. I'm not going to play the tarot card part of it for you, but there were, I forgot. I had notes about this. There were very interesting moments in this video. The tarot card reading it's very cool, and you should watch that, but we won't replay that here. But there's some other freaky moments.
What we're going to try and stir up the energy, since we had something going on with the alarm clock over there. We're hoping something wants to communicate with us. So we're just trying to get some general readings going before we play with the spirit box. Is it what?
No, something felt like it was vibrating.
What?
Is it maybe
Yeah.
me? No, that doesn't feel the same. It's not doing it now. Also, I hope that's my hair. It looks like my hair. But something felt like it was vibrating. You see how like that's moving so much, like because I'm flexing my toes?
Yeah.
And this doesn't feel the same. I'm not saying that's paranormal. I don't know what's going on. There is lots of hairs all over this bed too. You guys, hotels, quit doing white sheets.
Yeah, right.
You're not doing yourself a service. I mean,
No.
these are probably my hairs. That looks like me,
Sure, yeah.
but that one really.
Yeah, so two things there. Hotels, quit doing white sheets. And also give us a real fucking blanket. I would appreciate that.
No doubt.
So there's just this weird moment where I think something's vibrating on the bed, but none of our phones are on the bed. Like we do say that at some point. This is it. I put on my notes followed by loud noises. So I'm just going to let it play because it should be very soon after, I would hope.
Can I, before you do,
Yeah.
what were you using to film with?
I have no idea, to be honest. I don't know what to tell you about that. Like, I know that down in the basement, I was using my phone, but up here, it recorded this whole segment, like, some minutes here, some minutes here, some minutes here.
Right.
And I don't think my phone would do that. So it's some other camera, but it's not my Sony because my Sony won't do that. It will record just one video. So I don't know what I'm recording with. Why do you ask?
Did you know, like right in the beginning of this video, like after the title goes away, it does this weird autofocus thing. Like I don't know why, but I always notice that with like cameras and stuff, like doing like this autofocus, like what is it focusing on? If it's been sitting there for so long, why all of a sudden is it having this like hard time focusing? Like why does that happen all the time? And it did it.
Yeah, and that wasn't the beginning of the video, just so you know. Like there's a few minutes before that I cut out that's just me setting up the camera, me climbing into the bed. Nothing was happening, so I cut that out, and you don't need to see me climbing in the bed, either.
Sure.
Or anything. So it's been a hot minute. There's also times throughout this video that the lighting changes in the room, and I don't really understand why that's happening, but sometimes it'll get really dark. and then it'll lighten back up. I don't know what's going on, and I have no idea what camera this was. Again, that's a problem with us not reviewing stuff right away, but we will power through. It's got to be one of my smaller, cheaper cameras, and because they do have a tendency to record in segments.
Well, the zooming in and out or the focusing thing that it was doing, it happens right around the time that the vibrating on the bed happens. So that could be something tied to it. As far as it making clips, my GoPro does that. Yeah, like it records in like 15-minute segments or something, and then it just goes to another file.
Yeah. So, and I do have a tiny little like GoPro thing, but the volume, the audio
Oh
on
yeah, the
that
audio.
sucks.
Hmm.
So I know the audio is not great in this, but I don't think that's what I'm recording with. I think you would barely be able to hear us if I was. So if it's one of the other cheaper cameras, there's no reason for them to be zooming in and out, like without you manually doing it.
Right.
Now, going out of focus and focusing back, yes, but that usually happens just when you're like,
Panning.
moving with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is strange, like how we're just sitting there not doing anything, and it has a mind of its own sometimes. But yeah, loud noise.
Okay.
But yeah, it was weird. It felt like it was vibrating, and we don't have our phones or anything on
No.
this bed, so nothing could do it. Sorry, I cut you off.
That's weird. No, that's what you're supposed to do. If something else happens. I heard that.
I mean, I imagine it's just somebody else because the doors are so heavy.
Yeah.
That it was just somebody shutting their hotel door.
Yeah, we're gonna hear a lot of noises.
Okay, but that sounded like it was coming from above, and nobody's supposed to be up. But I'm being picky because I'm like,
There's me like being mad because like nobody should be up there, but
That's a good point.
I think people are getting up there or something, but I think it's coming from above. These weird noises continue to happen for a hot minute, and we're like, somebody is like in the bathtub or something. Something is going on. It sounds like furniture dragging. We might hear a bit more right here.
are you letting someone up there?
Yeah, right.
But the couple that we kept seeing, they're not directly next to us. They're one over.
So we did figure out that there were more than just
Yes.
us four in the hotel because everybody came home at 8, 9 o'clock. But there was nobody on either side of us. There was like a room in between, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that you're not going to hear anything at all? In an old ass building, I don't know. But that's what we're discussing here. I just wonder where we say about
Yeah, right.
drive.
But then there's some people
It's right there.
like on another.
Yeah.
I think there might be a room between us over here too. But
Okay.
okay.
It just sounds like someone's dragging furniture.
Yeah. What is that?
Doesn't that sound like upstairs?
Yeah. It sounds like.
So it sounds like it's coming from above us, but we're not plumbers or whatever. Maybe if it's in the pipes and it's running around, then it will sound that way. Of course, we're like, yeah, of course it may not be paranormal, but it was very wild how quiet the hotel was until it just wasn't quiet.
Yeah. Hmm.
And then, yeah, I note that it sounds like somebody's taking a bath, and like when you were a kid and you would soap up the tub so that you could slide down
Slide. Yeah,
Yeah.
slip and slide. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, it sounds like somebody's doing that right now. Like it was so noisy, but it did stop. So it could have been somebody that was sliding in the bathtub, and then they stopped it. Who knows?
Some adult though, because I don't remember seeing any kids. Did you see kids?
No, not a kid. I mean an adult. Yeah.
Just having a good old time.
I
I'm gonna
know.
break a hip doing that shit in this age.
Fuck. I mean, how do you even fit in the tub to do that?
Nope.
I'm short and I still I can't do that now.
I would fit by falling. Bam. And now I'm stuck.
So in this one, you see something.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
It's like, no, bitch, I
No.
did that.
We had asked the tarot card. I don't even remember the whole line of questioning, but at one point in time, this hotel had burned down. And
Yeah.
Monica was telling us how they never had a good reason why the hotel burnt down. Absolutely nobody was hurt during it. So some people suspected that they did it on purpose for the
Oh, yeah.
insurance. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that maybe we were talking to the original owner, and we asked if you were like sad that it burnt up, and they were like, no.
Yeah, no, I
And I
remember
was
that.
like, yeah, because you did that shit on purpose.
9 of Pentacles. Yeah, right. Okay.
What did you hear?
I didn't. I thought I saw something.
I love how you're like, yep.
That just happened.
But then you're just like right back to what I'm doing. And
You
I'm
know,
like, no, Chris, what was that?
like that is what happens to me like regularly though. Like I'll see something, I'll look, I didn't see anything, and go right back to what I'm doing then. Because like obviously it's my brain, right?
Yeah. Sure. Except for we're supposed to be looking for ghosts. So you
I know.
So we talk about
That's why I
that.
looked. I don't know. I'm tired, so I can't really say.
Fair.
I thought I saw a shadow in my peripheral, but I
Like
can't just
from the
remember.
mirror or not near the mirror?
Actually, in that hallway, but kind of like right in like where that green like part of the wall is.
Which I love the color of this wall.
It's very happy.
Beautiful. We talk
What
about
just-
then we just go to the color of the wall, and then yeah, you see how it got dark.
It just got so dark.
Yeah, it kept doing that. And at some point in time, so there was a window air conditioned unit in the window, right? And that's how we were controlling the temperature in our room. It is not turned on right now. At some point in time, something cuts on in this building, and it sounds like a central AC, but why would they have a window unit and a central AC? Like maybe their central AC can't handle it all the time, so they have the additional unit. That seems weird though. So a little later, I note that there's a power surge, and I saw like the bathroom light flicker or something. And it also gets louder, which you might be able to hear in a little bit, or maybe it's happening now. I'm not really sure. But yeah, we didn't quite understand where that like noise had come from. I'm not saying it's paranormal, but I note that there's a flicker in that same area where you saw a shadow, but it happened at the same time that we started hearing like a air conditioned AC noise,
Okay.
even though there shouldn't have been an air conditioned AC noise. So I'm not really sure what that was. What was that? Wait a minute. Oh, I guess I think there's a faint EVP right there.
I'm leaning towards it had something to do without hesitation.
Huh.
The reverse 9 of Wands indicates self-doubt in a general sense, but most likely related to a specific goal or situation. So it's funny because we got it in reverse, so we got to know. And it's also saying that they doubted themselves in a general sense. Delays and misunderstandings are a part of life, not a sign to give up. There may be a different and better course of action to take, so have patience. All right. I'm leaning towards it had something to.
Yeah, so I went to back for that for a minute. So did you hear? There's also a rattling noise.
Yeah, the
before
rattling
that.
picks up before. Yeah.
Don't know what that is. And then there's like a breathy.
It's almost like the vibration.
I'm leaning towards it had something to do with Poncho. All right.
Like it's just hay.
I'm leaning towards it had something.
It is. It would be something like that. That or
Yeah.
okay or
Or okay. Yeah.
I don't know. It does sound like just one syllable, but yeah. I forgot all about that. So here's another freaky thing that you do.
2 of Pentacles, but we got a yes there, so I mean that kind of was an easy one, I guess. I shouldn't have, but I wanted to know because if I got to know again, that would have been weird.
It's dark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's out in the hallway. All right, 2 of Pentacles and upright, balanced, stability.
How'd you hear somebody in the hallway?
You didn't hear anything? You just didn't hear that?
I kind of heard something,
Oh.
but the fact that you're just so confident.
That it was just someone in the hallway? I don't know.
I remember that.
I'm not gonna lie with you.
Yeah, so you like just
I remember-
creepily mutter to yourself that there's somebody in the hallway, and I'm like,
What the fuck are you talking about? My best friend is possessed. What are you doing?
you see, I cautiously approach the whole situation like, do you mind me asking why? You know?
I remember this. I remember this because it's so funny because it caught me off guard that it was like that you were questioning. Like it wasn't such an obvious thing to you as it was to me. That's why I was like, wait, what? It didn't make that much sense to you. Like that was such a weird thing.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Let's let you from the past tell why. It should have been so obvious.
It's really weird, and again, I don't know if it's just because I'm tired. I had a mental
'cause I
image
saw
of
it.
someone walking
Yeah, I saw
by
it.
out there. That time I heard that, I
remember
saw
it.
it
I
also.
saw
Told you we're working on those psychic powers.
And it's so funny that you called me on it because I didn't even consider it. I'm just like,
Because I
what do you
thought
mean? You didn't
maybe-
like have that same mental image? Like, you didn't just see that in your
See
head?
it?
I'm never gonna forget the time when we came back from old.
Okay, and then of course I just have to make it about me for a second there. But I think you then start describing the lady.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what was going on, but I thought that maybe you could make out what was like
What
being
happened?
said
Uh-uh.
or something. And I was like, how did she hear that? It was a little, you know.
I saw a image of a woman actually walking through, like kind of going through her keys, and she had like a purse on and a shawl on or whatever. Like she was actually leaving one of the rooms and going downstairs. Like I said, oh, it's someone in the hall because that's what I fucking saw.
Saw it.
And
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying it's hilarious that you called me on it because like seriously in my mind that was something that you also like we just watched it on TV.
We just watched the TV,
It's
yeah.
that clear.
Yeah, like didn't you see?
I love when you were
Yeah.
describing it and you were like, you know, a woman with her purse and keys. I'm like, what the
The fuck? It was just something that happened so clearly to me, but it's so wild because I'm sitting here describing it while I'm describing it because I remember all of that very very well. Even before we got to it, I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, I saw it, but how did I see it? Like that doesn't even occur to me. It was just a flash of an image that happened while I'm sitting there on the bed. I'm just like, oh yeah, you didn't see that? I was like, well, that's weird because I saw it. That was fucking weird. I did some weird shit. I don't know what to say.
So it's not that weird. Like it for everything that we do, like it's not that it's weird. Like I mean, I guess people would find it weird, but it's like impressive is what it really is. And it is like, oh, cool. Chris is like she's tuning herself in with this location and she's picking up and working on her psychic abilities. So that little blurb that we heard in the hallway could be not like a living person that you saw, blonde lady with her purse.
Right.
Like,
Might not have been.
it's a ghost in the hallway reliving that moment, and you are witnessing it while we're just in this fucking room playing around with these cards and stuff, you know? So it's really cool. I say, oh, you're doing some weird shit or whatever, but you're not. Like, it is what we want. We want to continue to keep exploring this and then hope that it creates a connection with us in these places and the spirits that are in them. So, you know, it's really neat to have watched all this because I forgot all about it, of course, until I ran across this video, and then I was like, that's right, that was so fucking cool.
That is wild.
So after that, we tried to go Betty Bye, and I made a little video. You can see how professional we are. I'm just gonna let it play for a minute.
So we've set up a REM pod,
Look at us with all our trigger
and
objects.
we have courtesy of my youngest. We have a little
Ooh, that's a nice gun.
display fake gun here.
And there's Chris's feet. Nobody better try to make money off of that.
So we laid out in a couple of like cowboy hats, our Western ranch hats, I guess you'd say. And we can turn, oops.
And then we put toys out in another section. Because I guess there is a little boy that haunts the hotel as well.
For the child spirit. So that is Boo Bear, but we're not going to turn him on because he'll talk all night.
All right.
But we got a bunch of different toys, out here. And then this is also a REM pod. Isn't that pretty cool looking? Isn't that neat? That is neat.
And a box of brownies.
Yeah, and there's some gluten-free, sugar-free brownies. Every kid's dream.
You can shit your pants. If you like.
That monk fruit, watch out for it. Oh, goodness. Woof.
Oh, my goodness. So I do think that there's an EVP that comes right before we go to bed. I'm trying to find it. Or get in the bed. We don't go to bed for a second because the whole turning the REM pod on and then turning the air conditioner on was a bad idea.
Okay, no, actually.
Oh.
I am so loud, by the way. My voice is so loud, and I know you're trying to go to sleep. So how annoying am I? But yeah, I think it says it's very faint and whispery, and now the air conditioning's going and stuff too.
Right.
I think they're trying to talk to us now.
Of course.
Okay, no, actually. This might still just be a temperature thing.
I hear the voice, but I don't hear the same thing that you hear. I hear like come towards me. Come towards me. So I'm like, oh, but also come talk to me, either come towards me. Like they are trying to communicate at that point in time.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now we're ready for bed.
Right.
You motherfuckers. No.
And we're thinking the REM pod is being set off because of the temperature thing, but then we move it to the other table and it continues to do it. Is it still the temperature? I don't know. I hate the whole temperature setting on the REM pod to begin with.
Yeah.
But it does keep going off, and now I'm finding that we had these voices here, and it makes me wonder, were they doing it and it wasn't the air conditioner? Because it's supposed to only go off if there's a temperature change.
Yeah, right.
The air conditioner had just turned on, so it would be changing the temperature, getting it down to a certain level. So,
which makes sense why you wanted to move it. You were like, oh, that damn temperature shit is being affected because the AC keeps kicking on.
Right. But that doesn't work, and it still goes off. And at some point in time, I don't know.
That's cool that you got an EVP too.
Yeah, I think we get this other voice before I have to get up again.
Well, yeah.
Now, look, that is a really faint voice, and I know that's a lot of words for something that is so quiet and faint, but I listened to it so many times. I really think that's what they're saying. Like, they're really disappointed that we are not sleeping in the nude or something.
Which might make sense given, some of the history of the hotel.
Yeah. So for this next one, the REM pod keeps going off, and so I get up, and then it's all in the dark because the lights are turned off. We're trying to sleep, so I can't be for sure, but what I think I'm doing is that I'm turning the REM pod off, but I'm going to put out cat balls because I end up saying this won't make noise.
Right. Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Like they don't understand that one, huh?
Yeah. So it's really, really faint. But I mean, I do think that's what they're saying, and it is kind of funny because they're just like, what do I do with
What do
that
I do
one?
with that?
I've not seen that before. Or do you want me to play with it?
How
What?
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. You surprise the spirits with something new. And of all things, it's the cat toys. Like, wow, really? You haven't seen these before? Okay.
But which means they're probably like grown. These are not children. These are adults, and
Yeah.
they're like, "What the fuck? You want me to play with a ball? Like,
Yeah.
take your clothes off."
Exactly. Right, right, exactly.
I'll
That's
try.
what they were looking for.
Yeah, they were trying to put us to put on a show for them. Let me
Yeah.
play it one more time, just because it is a lot of words and it's so faint. I know y'all just think I'm crazy at this point. What you do with it?
I,
Um,
I love all the crunching before you get to it, like you're actively taking them out of the bag, like crunch, 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 crunch.
You would think that I'm putting fucking chips out or
I
something. Like,
know.
I don't know where that. This is why I say I think I was putting cat balls out. I was definitely putting something out, and because I'm saying it like I think maybe you're already asleep, and so
I believe it.
I'm kind of
Good
talking.
night.
I'm kind of talking to myself here, and I'm just like, I'll do this. It won't make noise though, so we won't know if they're interacting. But well, whatever. And so I really think it's cat balls, and I think I'm digging around for it. But it sounds like I'm digging in a chip bag to get these fucking cat balls, which doesn't make
Well,
any sense.
no, it does. I usually keep them in this plastic bag, and it's not like a soft plastic bag. It's kind of like a harder plastic bag, and it's a long, narrow plastic bag. So it would be crinkling. You'd be trying to like get to the one to get it
Yeah.
out or whatever. You can't like put your whole hand in it. It's just funny the way the noise comes through before, like it does. It sounds like you're digging around for like in chips or snacks or something else.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's the same. I think it's the bag that they actually came to me in when I ordered them off of Amazon, like whenever I did, but they still work, which is great because I had ordered some before and some of them didn't work. So whatever, the second batch that I got were good ones. But yeah, that's wild. That's a lot in that little room too.
I know, isn't it crazy? I just don't feel like we just put a whole lot of energy into investigating. I
Mm-mm.
mean, we took the tour and we walked around the hotel and we
Mhm.
were trying so hard in the room with a tarot card and we did the spirit box for a little while. But then we were kind of like, you
Mm.
know what? Let's treat ourselves to a good night rest.
Mhm.
Set up our trigger objects and just like ghost hunt in our sleep. We'll see if they interact. And they were interacting. Like, had we ran a recorder for the night, they might have said
Oh,
a bit
wow.
more. Probably some
Yeah.
perverted things, but who
Uh,
knows?
Maybe, yeah, maybe. I think it's wild watching that video and seeing the way the light changes for no reason. I don't understand that. I really just don't.
Yeah, some of the power surging situations, like the light changing and we were talking about flickering of lights and noises that we don't understand why they're happening because like the window unit's not on, like I don't
Mhm.
get it. And it wouldn't have been the heat either. I don't know. And just all those weird noises too, which I get it. There were their hotel guests. We talk about that. Like everybody came home at the same time and
Yes.
but it was crazy just there for a minute how much noises were going on. It's wild because I walked away being like, "Oh darn, we didn't get up to those upper floors, but this
Yeah.
was a bust," and it was not. There's definitely something going on in that hotel, and you do not have to necessarily get up to those upper floors to experience it.
No, again, I love a place. I love a place where you go and the history is there enough to just have a tour and you get shit as you're on the tour. Like you don't even have to you don't have to buy it out. You pay $20, $15, I don't know, $30 just to do the tour. I don't even know. I think that the tour for this place was actually included in the price of our room, right? Like
Yeah,
that was part of the deal.
yeah,
So that was nice. But like some places, like I caught voices at Edinburgh just on a day tour. Mackey Mansion just on a quick hour, not even an hour run through the place. So the places that are haunted, like that are really there to show up for you, they will. You
Yeah.
know, you don't have to dish out thousands of dollars for a whole lockdown of a place. This hotel right here, we didn't even really try that hard. We're just like, this is, I guess, the best that we can do. And there they were. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That the time that we were in the basement, we were literally only in the basement for like 25 minutes
Shit.
because that 22-minute video is pretty much the whole
The
thing.
whole
The
time.
only thing I cut out was a tiny bit at the elevator and a tiny bit at the end. And
Yeah.
the rest of it is our complete walkthrough. So in 25 minutes, there were so many different characters, I think, that were like saying something and there was interaction that was going on. And they do seem, well, I don't know. I guess a good bit of it could be residual.
Residual.
You know?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. Hopefully it is. I mean,
Yeah.
it is awful to think. I mean, some of them seem pretty painful, but also, you got a voice while we were just doing a tour of like that little museum area. Like, so stuff is happening just all over that place.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. They just need to just give you some access to the attic, and they need to be
Why?
more in tune with, like, why don't they want to sell it? Don't they want money? Doesn't that place want money? Like, so what if it's haunted? I don't understand why people are so like, ooh, no, we can't tell people that it's haunted. We don't want that kind of money coming into this place.
We were talking about that at one point in time if you watch, like, when we're just walking around the hotel itself, there
Yeah.
wasn't really any AVPs, but I talk about how they're insane. Like, the people that will give them the money to finish renovating this hotel are dummies like us.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. We want to go.
yeah, ghost hunters will pay to renovate these floors if you just give them the space to do it. Like, but y'all want to be silly and act like you're just fancy and you have a great restaurant and things like that. Fine, fine, fine. Whatever. Ghost hunters could rebuild your whole building for you because we're the dummies that would spend that kind of money. But
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it really is dangerous up there, and that's why they're not letting people up there anymore. You never know.
Yeah. Large rats. The noises that we heard were rodents of unusual size. The ROUS is up there. All of the
It
noises.
could be. It could be. So, I mean, that is fair. There could be something feral up there, and that's why they're not letting people up there anymore. But yeah, it was a pretty sweet place. I was pretty happy that I didn't expect to get anything from it, and
Yeah.
I think there was quite a bit going on, and so yeah, I thought that was really cool. But that's all that I got for you. We'll have tons of little clips for you on our social media, and that's the TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, and it's COTN_paranormal. And then for YouTube, please subscribe so that you get notifications when we upload new videos for you. That way you can see the full evidence review, not just the little clips that we're playing and discussing here. And that's it. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much. That was an awesome episode, and I can't wait to see what else we got coming up.
All right. Bye.
Bye.